Hello, this is Adam Batinate, and this is my pantry tracker application. Um, I apologize for the lack of video. I, again, am unable to screen record on my laptop. It's very old. And to give another note, I am unable to use Git to install Git on my laptop, unfortunately. So in my GitHub, I have all of my applications that I've written, that I've mainly put in there in the repo, but I'm unable to transfer my Node.js folder. But that is currently in my VS Code where it's able to run perfectly. But just to walk you through what this project covers, and sort of what I did to build it. We first go through the process of creating our JS project, where we use the command npx to create next app, and then followed by the new name, which initializes the JS project with all the necessary files that I don't have at the GitHub. Next, we install the required dependencies. So this includes the Material UI for styling, Firebase for our backend, and then I used OpenAI for generating suggestions. We install these, and then once they're installed, we configure our Firebase, which is in the Firebase config file. In this file, we import Firebase modules and initialize our Firebase app with our project's configuration details. And then we also set up Firestore for our database. In the app layout, we use Material UI's theme provider to wrap our application and apply global styles using CSS baseline. And for the home page, we create a React component that manages our pantry items. We use React hooks to manage state and effects. We fetch items from Firestore, display them in a list, and allow users to add and delete items. We also integrate OpenAI to provide suggestions for pantry items based on the current list. To add backend functionality, we set up a Node.js server using Express. We initialize a Firebase admin SDK to interact with our Firebase database. Our server has routes to fetch, add, and then delete pantry items. For CI/CD, we create a GitHub Actions workflow to automatically deploy our application to Vercel whenever changes are pushed to the main branch, which of course I had issues with. We configure the workflow to check out our code, set up Node.js, install dependencies to build a project, and deploy to Vercel using Vercel action. And then finally, we deploy our application to Vercel, linked our GitHub repo. So Vercel set up environmental variables for our Firebase and OpenAI, which I did not include in the GitHub, obviously because they're private keys. And yeah, that's all. And so functioning pantry tracker.